Hi, I'm Jay Seedling with the Lower Platte South Natural Resource District and the Nebraska Forest Service. And today we're going to show you how to plant bare root seedlings. Now the first thing you want to do is site prep. Site prep is critically important. It's the foundation of any good tree planting. You see here we have a nice tilled area down the row. What we call this is garden ready. Nice loose soil so it's easy to pack around the roots once we start to tree plant. So once we've got our nice row nice and tilled up, we're ready to start planting. Most of your bare root seedlings will come out looking like this. Most of it will not have any leaves. Nice fibrous root system. But you'll see here a lot of them are a little too long in order to plant. You want them as long as whatever you're going to use to plant them with. And so don't be afraid to prune your roots if you have to. Never take off more than 25% of your rootstock. Now that you have your seedling nice and loose, ready to plant, you can use any kind of shovel in order to plant. You can use a tree spade, dibble bar, just an everyday shovel, or even a tile spade. But you don't want to make the hole too shallow, you don't want to make it too deep, you want to make it just deep enough in order to get to the soil line on your tree. You'll see on these tree seedlings there's a discoloration. That's your soil line right there. That's where you want ground level when you go to plant your seedling. So what you're going to do is you're going to take whatever shovel you decide to use. You're going to start at an angle. You're going to push it in as deep as you can go, just as deep as you need to get the roots in there. You're going to push away until you have a nice opening. You can kind of rock it back and forth, get the soil loose, pull that out. Take your tree, stick it in there, make sure you get it deep enough so it's at the soil level. Go about 1 inch to 2 inches away on the back side. What you want to do here is pull away. So that way you seal the bottom of the hole and then you push it forward. When you push it forward, you can kind of see it might make your tree a little bit crooked, but that's not a problem. Just stand it up, take your loose soil, back around gently. And you're good to go. One thing when you are tree planting you want to do, as most of these seedlings come in bundles of 25, when you're planting, you always want to keep them in a bucket of water as you're planting. That way the roots never dry out and you can just plant as you go. Now after planting, one of the most common questions that we are asked is how much do we water? Number one, it all depends. It all depends on spring rains, summer rains, and even going into a fall, how much winter moisture we are going to get. Good rule of thumb is to continuously monitor your trees for drought stress. The first week to 2 weeks, a couple of gallons every other day is adequate if we go through a dry spell. And then after that, you could probably switch to 2 to 5 gallons for every 2 weeks. But it is important to monitor your trees and not to overwater them. So when you decide to mulch your tree, what you want to do, get as good a quality mulch as you can possibly get, void of large chunks. You're going to start, you want to mulch a ring around the tree at least as tall as the seedling. This helps reduce competition from sod-forming grass and helps with soil moisture retention. As you mulch, you want to go about 2 inches deep, keeping away a little bit from the base to prevent rot or any kind of vermin to get in there and girdle your tree. With mulch, you can usually expect several inches more growth than if you were just to leave out bare dirt or allow sod-forming grass to compete with the tree.